Hey, motherfucker.
What's up, dude? Hey, make a new Down to the Merrow episode?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's crazy out there right now.
You seen it out here? It's nuts. How you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good, man. How about you? You had a pretty good day?
Yeah, not
Chilling?
so bad. It's been, I don't know, there's a little bit of a chill in the air or something.
Yeah, I've been feeling kind of like some weird energy, man. I don't know about you.
I'm getting that, picking that up.
Well, let's get comfortable. Let's make an episode.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Wasn't supposed to see that. Do they flag that shit up? Oh. Whoops. Hey, but where's Deebs, right? He can, he's a trash robot. He can get this shit, right?
Problem with that, dude, is Steve's OD'd in 2020 when he did the original Down to the Merrow.
Okay.
It's currently sitting in a box, broken.
Oh, shit. Well, you know what you can do. I mean,
What's that, dude?
obviously, you got to call the Oracle of Suck.
The Oracle of Suck.
That's right. The Oracle of Suck.
Oh, really? This fucking guy. Shit. This is the Oracle of Suck. What's your vibe?
Whoa! You sounded like fucking Tone Loc for a second there. Is this the vacuum repair guy?
Yeah, what's happening, loser?
I have a Roomba that sucked up some yayo back during COVID, and he bit the dust. He's currently rotting in an old suitcase, and I'm hoping you can save him. My friend made a mess over here.
Look, motherfucker, I know you got money. Just go buy a new trash robot.
It's not that simple. You see, I love this little sucker. We've been through a lot together over the years.
If you must save your trash robot, you must make a long and perilous journey to the maze of trash.
I was afraid you were gonna say that. All right, how do I get there? God damn it.
You can take him to the maze of trash for reanimation. Through the mines of refuse and beyond Mount Detritus, you will find the maze of trash. But beware, you may awaken the corn demon.
Did you just say corn demon? What, like corn on the
You've
cob?
seen the movie, it's like that, dude. It's like Pumpkinhead, bro. Pumpkinhead.
Bill Cosby sounds real scary, bro.
No, the only way you can defeat the corn demon is with demonic energy.
That's a lot. That's a lot of help. I suppose you don't have that either, right? I gotta like conjure that or something. What, you want me to put on deicide and play with a Ouija board or something?
Hey, no, whatever, bro. I gotta go, man. Peace. Fucking loser.
The Oracle of Suck hung up on me, man. That guy sucks.
What a dick.
He said we have to go to the Maze of Trash.
What's that?
You never heard of the Maze of Trash?
No?
You ever seen Pet Sematary?
Fucking yeah.
What about Pumpkinhead?
Oh, of course.
It's basically those two movies combined. If we take Deebs to the Maze of Trash, he will be reborn. Get ready for the quest.
Oh, shit. The fuck was that? This is perilous as fuck.
Why don't we just cheese this? Shortcut to the Maze of Trash, dude. Let's just throw them in the garbage can. It'll get to the landfill. That's a maze of trash, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Let's go get some food. Well, this journey was long, hard, and full of
Peril?
Peril. The perils of long-lost overdosed vacuum cleaner.
The AI knows too much about you. Like it can guess what you're fucking thinking now, you know?
And it populates something based off of what it listened to you say.
Right, but I didn't say it to anybody. I just thought it, you know? And
Now that you said it,
yeah, right. Well, now that I said it, I'm gonna get nothing but fucking AI T2s.
OF loop.
I think that the AI predictive modeling thing is like so good these days that it knows enough about you that it can. I'm not saying that that's what happened, I don't know, but like it knows enough about you that like some little hint of something that went through your email or whatever, or I said I need to call my brother, I don't know what it is, but it like tipped it off. And I was like, that's better than a coincidence, right? Like it's.
So I pulled up a photo from like, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago in Russia. And I'm standing in front of some cool building, but there was somebody walking by in the background.
Yeah.
And I just clicked on the lady and just
delete them.
But it's like you cannot even tell at all that there was ever anybody there.
Weird, like.
And I'm like, it took me 2 seconds to do that with my phone.
Yeah.
Like, where are we headed with that, dude?
Well, it used to be like that would be something that you would spend all day doing in Photoshop,
and it would look
eat up,
shitty.
and it would still look shitty, and like it would eat up all kinds of processing power and shit. Now you're doing this shit on your phone, which is like
and you're telling it to do it.
Yeah,
it's just like, man.
It is crazy too that I think about like
old man. Everybody has to have a phone.
Yeah,
and it's like the most important tool that a human being has now. How do you feel about AI band covers, dude?
I fucking
like
hate
album
it
covers
so much. Like I've
seen a few, and it's like you can tell.
You can always tell. Still, it's not there yet. I mean, but the sad fact is that by probably the end of this year, it will be, and you won't even like notice. I mean, you see, like a Deicide cover was just kind of a bummer that like a band like their size did not hire an artist that has the budget for it.
It just kind of screams like I don't care anymore about my art.
Right.
And I'm not saying that they don't.
Right.
It's just
but
like
that's the
what
impression
it looks like.
they're putting out is for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have made that choice.
And Kerry King did it too. And the Deicide and the Kerry King covers like look almost identical.
Well, I mean, you put in Scary Skull.
Yeah, I mean, it totally depends on the prompt you go for, and they went for some generic bullshit
like Halloween skull, fire, chains, hell,
spirit, Halloween skull. Yeah. So you know what? I bet he don't give a fuck. He's just like whatever people talk shit.
I love that guy.
Day.
I met him once, and he was actually really cool.
Yeah.
So I know.
It's
his thing. He probably knows it too.
He seems like he's gonna be like this kind of self-serious, like, and he probably is, but like he's also kind of earned that right? Like he's fucking Kerry King.
He's a legend, dude.
Yeah, he's beyond that even. Like, he's just like,
when you get to the level of Kerry King, like you transcend being a human being at that point,
he's
because
just a straight up
you're an
apparition.
object, bro. You're a playing card now to the world, so like you're free.
Yeah, he
game.
belongs to the world.
You're free game, dude. Like
I'm sure people talk shit about him all the time, but it's
people
like
talk shit about us all the time.
Yeah, and he doesn't give a fuck.
I have like a somewhat hot take.
All right.
On the best era of Slayer.
Okay.
And I think. Okay, so I think between Divine Intervention.
Oh shit! Starting with Divine Intervention.
Divine Intervention into Undisputed Attitude.
Holy
which
shit!
Which is the cover album.
Yeah.
I think was the best era of Slayer, and you know why?
I can't imagine why.
So they got a new drummer, right?
Right. Okay. Paul.
And they had something to prove because of that.
Sure.
So they got a little faster, a little more kind of
aggressive, a little more. Yeah.
They were kind of a little more pissed off, and like then they did the covers album of all like the old punk and hardcore songs, which I thought they nailed it.
Yeah.
Like those songs are so good.
Oh, I saw them play at a small. for Slayer, small club in San Francisco on that. So they played this place, the Trocadero, which is maybe like 1,000 capacity.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like during that era of Slayer, it's like they kind of went back to form, but
Sure.
they did it like really aggressively.
Yeah.
And I
They had
really
something
like
to prove, for sure.
I really like Divine Intervention, but like they had like that whole like War at the Warfield
Right.
era.
I was there
Like,
too. I was at
That's
that
what
show.
I'm saying. That was
Yeah.
that was that era of Slayer. Was
Right, I guess
Divine
that's
Intervention.
true.
So like
Yeah.
that's when they were really crushing it.
Yeah.
I think was
They were like re-energized with
Yeah.
I guess they got rid of some old band bullshit by, I mean, whatever happened with
maybe
Dave,
they
but,
sound
you know.
almost like they got a second wind, you know,
Yeah,
and kind
they
of
definitely. You're right. They definitely had something to prove. Like they didn't want to come back with a weak album, and so they fucking.
How come the flies gather every time we hang out?
I heard Divine Intervention way later. I was already, you know, like I always say, I was already into death metal, so I skipped a lot of shit. Somebody in Nails played me Divine Intervention, and I kind of was like, yeah, whatever. Like, you know, cross arms. I'm not gonna like this. I was like, gotta say, I was like.
Started getting into
good,
it a
man.
couple
It's
songs
good.
in,
It
right?
is
Like-
good. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I mean-
definitely more like they realize that death metal is out there. There's shit that's
I
heavier
was
than Slayer.
a freshman in high school when that album came out, and I was like obsessed because it was like right at that age where Slayer was still pretty cool to me, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like when they came out with that record, it was like, oh man,
Yeah,
Like I was
total return to
still stoked on Slayer,
Yeah.
and I knew they had a new drummer and everything, and it's like, yeah, that's the record for me. The Divine Intervention,
Yeah.
believe it or not. I mean, dude, my first ever was South of Heaven.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's like, it almost transcends every other
Yeah, sure.
record and every other fly that lands in your face.
South of Heaven was first for me too, and
That record is just
I love
magic,
it so much,
dude.
but it is fucking like the people who clown on it in retrospect are right that it
Yeah.
does have bad vocals.
It does.
The production's not that great.
It's weak as fuck.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean,
the songs aren't even that strong.
Yeah.
But then again, they're so good.
I love that record so much. But
Dude,
it's like,
Silent
but it,
Scream, like that second song on the Slayer record on South of Heaven.
South
And
of
then
Heaven,
what else?
Dude,
Crooked
behind
Cross.
the Crooked Cross. That I
Yeah.
love that. Have you ever tried to play that?
No.
That fucking down picking intro.
Oh, it's so fast,
It's like impossible. I was thinking about like just doing a little cover, so I was like, I'm out. Like
No
20
way.
seconds into it, just like
The Judas Priest cover on South of Heaven.
Yeah, sure.
Dissonant Aggressor.
Right. It
Man.
doesn't even sound like a Priest song, you know?
No, they did such a sick job with
Yeah,
that.
I might not even realize that was a Priest song until way later.
A lot of people didn't know that, yeah. But that's like a very early Judas Priest song.
Yeah.
I think it's on Sin After Sin.
Okay.
Yeah, Sin After Sin, I think.
It's like
the
when you-
last song on
when you
one
hear,
of their first Halford records.
It's like that when you hear the fucking Celtic Frost cover on the Obituary records, like you don't even realize. Like,
Yeah. Well, they were already so close to that, like Hellhammer.
yeah, it didn't sound any fucking different at all.
Yeah.
they were so close to that. But yeah.
Oh yeah. Awesome. Hey dude, I wonder if Deebs is back yet. Oracle of Suck told me it was going to be 2 hours of my money back. You better be back by now. Bro, what the fuck? It's the corn demon. what's up everyone? I'm Keith.
Leon.
Welcome back to Down to the Merrow, episode, what is this, 15?
Yeah.
We're playing around with some modelers, specifically the Fender Tonemaster Pro. I've actually had this thing in my possession for about a year now, and I think I have a pretty comprehensive understanding of the ins and outs of it, how it works, and how to get the best kind of tone out of it. And then
I'm just gonna take a crack at it. I haven't messed with it at all. I'm coming at it completely from zero, just trying to get a tone out of it.
but I'm not going to help him out. I'm just going to let him go for it, and we're going to see how it goes. See what that initial Fender Tonemaster Pro user experience is compared to someone who's had one for a while. So we'll be right back. Magic of editing.
So I'm coming at this thing from zero. Don't know what I'm doing here. I have an idea of how these things work, of course. So this thing's got actually kind of a lot of options. The EVH and the got a BE in here. Fucking Friedman. It's cool. I know you like the slow. Whew. Guess we need a cab here. Cabinets. Okay, so far so good. Oh. Ah. All right. Boost that just a little bit. Oh, it's got all of the Fender stuff, bunch of Boss stuff. Wow, it's got a lot. I feel like going with the old green box is sort of normal. I'm already like pretty close, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty quick. When we were talking about it earlier, I was a little worried that I was gonna have a hard time finding a cab that I like, but a little bit of EQ in there. Aha.
15 minutes of playing around.
Tops.
All right.
Yeah.
So what's your general opinion of your experience with the Tonemaster Pro?
I really like the software. Super easy to use, and you can see it's just like totally mirrored right on the front of it. Just going through the software here on the screen was much easier than a lot of the other ones.
I like that.
Yeah. My opinion has changed on it.
Oh, it has changed.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was
Yeah.
your initial opinion on the Fender Tonemaster?
So when I first saw it, I was like, okay, another one of these devices on the market. You know, there's already a few. It looked to me to be kind of big and kind of clunky and maybe sort of half-baked, I guess. So it was nice to actually get to sit down and check it out. I'm pretty impressed. The software seems very stable. The user interface is really easy. I was actually really surprised about that. You kind of
I would
mentioned...
agree. Yeah, I think that's one of the major selling points of this thing is the fact that the software and the GUI on the actual
It's
hardware
integrated
unit,
like perfectly.
they're completely identical in every way. So you don't have two learning curves. You
Right.
don't have to learn their editor
onboard
software
and the software.
onboard.
Yeah.
It's all congruent. So it's really pretty slick, and they got that software right.
It's just drag and drop. You just add blocks, and you pull the stuff that you want onto it and drop it there. And then you just tweak it like you would any other amp. I got a good usable tone within the first like 5-10 minutes, and then I just wanted to mess around with it. And then I started goofing around by, bi-amping and stuff like that. And not that it was necessary, but it just, there's a lot of options there. So I wanted to just drag stuff around and just see what it sounded like. And it was super easy. Just literally drag it and drop it on there, and boom, you're done.
Unique tones. We got a cool spacey tone. We got kind of a mid-gain tone. Then, of course, we got two high-gain tones.
Yeah.
I'm using the Soldano model with an external IR, which is my own custom IR.
Sure.
And the tone you dialed in ended up using
Just
a stock
straight from the
IR,
stock IR.
straight out of the unit. So
Yeah.
it'll be cool to see how those blend together in the mix. And what is it, playthrough time?
I guess so.
I guess so. Now, I gotta play guitar now, dude.
Fuck.
Man. No, actually, that song's pretty fun. Let's rip it.
Yeah.
So we have this new unofficial segment here on Down to the Merrow called
Vinyl Resting Place.
And this is where we pick out a vinyl and we say why it's cool.
Yeah.
You go first.
Yeah? Oh, you want me to do this?
I want
Okay.
you to do it.
Oh, shit.
I already
Okay.
know what I have. While you're picking yours out, how about I just go? I'm gonna pick something and I'm gonna talk about it while you pick
Random.
out what you
Okay.
want.
All right.
How about that?
Do it.
I mean, that's not the plan, but it is now. You know what? I know what I'm gonna pick because this has been on my mind, and this is the band Hate Eternal. This is my good friend Eric Rutan. His life is in shambles. Poor guy. Man, he was a victim of the hurricane in Florida, and he pretty much lost everything. And I feel terrible for the guy.
If you were gonna buy a Hate Eternal record,
Yeah.
now's a good ass
If there's
time.
ever a time to find one of these ultra rare signed Hate Eternal copies, which you won't find because I bought probably the only one that exists. Why is this record cool? Why did I pick King of All Kings? Besides the fact that I wanted to shout out Eric and the ultimate homie.
Yeah, how fucking legendary is this record?
So this record, now for me, the song on here is The Powers That Be.
Okay.
I love that riff, and I've probably ripped it off like so many times, dude. The down.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, dude, it's like
Yeah.
the quintessential death metal riff. Death metal and extreme metal was like everything I could consume, man. Had
Sure.
to be extreme, and this was the stuff that was the most extreme. And still to this day, this is some of the most extreme metal you'll ever hear. So, go out and pick up a copy of Hate Eternal, King of All Kings.
Did you know that my first tour ever was with Hate Eternal?
I did know that.
Yeah.
I did know that. Yeah, Eric told me that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually got this copy. This is a 2015 pressing of the album. Mine's signed by Eric because I brought it to a show and I punished him. He signed it, but there they are. There's the legends themselves. Boosh.
The record that we toured them on in 2000 was Conquering the Throne. I think this one came out sort of like immediately after. I did also notice that you have a bunch of stuff that I was on in here, such as
Oh, is that right?
Impaled.
Oh yeah.
And,
I also have Intronaut in there as well.
Yeah, I saw an Intronaut record in there too. So, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, the first
what can you
Intronaut
tell me
record.
about the first Intronaut record? This is a sick album.
Yeah, this was recorded by John Haddad at his old studio, Shiva Industries in Santa Ana. This record was my first time ever playing to a click track, and this was 2004, I think, maybe 2005 when we did this. We wrote this record so fast, it came together in like less than a year. Yeah, one of my favorites.
It's a good one.
So
what'd you find, dude?
So I think I'm gonna have to go with the classic here.
Oh, we were just talking
I
about
know,
that too.
I know. We were-
Nicely done.
Yes. Early Napalm Death Adopters hated this record because it was too death metal for them. But for me, as like a diehard death metal guy who was like just kind of getting into Terrorizer and stuff when this came out, like this was like a perfect transition for me.
I love how we share that this is like one of our very early formative albums.
Yeah.
Like that's my first extreme metal record ever.
No shit.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's
It's
you know, I went
really
from
early
Slayer
for me,
to
too.
this album right here.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had never heard Napalm Death before that, but I had heard the name, so I'm like, okay,
course.
it's going to be awesome.
Right. They were
So-
infamous for the short songs and the drummer
Yeah.
is fucking out of his mind and
But
blah, blah.
this
Yeah, this
has
is such a sick
legit
record.
death metal songs that'll just crush you from beginning to end. That is
Yeah.
an absolute classic.
I love this record.
And
so
people
much.
who deny it are probably too old now and they're dead anyway. So that,
I feel like a lot of people who like hated it when it came out,
they appreciate it now.
it now. Like I know Hard from Exhumed. Like we listened to this in a van on an Exhumed tour not that long ago, and he was like, "This record is sick."
yeah.
So
You see that bad boy. Yeah. So we got Napalm Death, Harmony Corruption. This pressing is like a newer one, but yeah, the actual album itself is 1990 Earache Records.
That's just like, it's so punchy. It's some of the best shit of all time. Distill that down.
There we go.
I'm Leon Del Muerte, and this is my Ironbird collection. These two from the custom shop, the BC Rich custom shop. These two were built in 2016, I believe, by Ron Estrada, the head of the BC Rich custom shop at that time. They're both just single pickup, one humbucker. This one, I believe I have an Arcana, and then this one I have a TKO from Bare Knuckle. Black and white. I was originally just going to get two black ones, but a friend of mine convinced me to get a black one and a white one. So, there they are. And then this may be the most famous Ironbird ever. This is owned by Rick Ross. He had these when he was recording Death's Leprosy album. He may or may not have used this one. He has another one, a black one, that is related to this one. It was built in '88 by Dave Vert at the BC Rich Custom Shop. None of the electronics here work, but it's got a couple of Duncan blackouts. And that's for the guy who asked about the Ironbirds.
Well, that certainly was fun.
Yeah.
So the Fender Tonemaster Pro, guys, sounds pretty good, right?
Pretty cool.
Pros and cons with the thing for me. The pros are that it sounds really good. It's very easy to use. The software is awesome on it. I do wish it did tone matching. I kind of wish it would be able to capture some of the amps that I have here.
Sure.
If I could process these amps
And just take them
through
with
that,
you. Yeah.
that would be amazing.
Sure.
Then that thing would be a game changer. Hopefully that's something they can add in a future firmware update. So I guess it's time for Q&A.
All right. I'm going to try shooting through a bunch of these really quick. All right. If you could only eat one food item for the rest of your life, what would it be? Mine would be at, are you gentlemen going to be at NAMM 2025?
Yes, we will be at NAMM, and we will be doing a demonstration at the Presonus booth. We're going to do some demonstrations on recording heavy guitars, mixing, things like that, so it's going to be awesome. If you're at NAMM, come check it out. I don't know the booth number. Look it up.
Recent guitar-related gear that amazed you both?
Fender Tonemaster Pro.
I guess I'm going to have to go with the Tonemaster Pro. This one's for Keith. Are you going to be doing a full-on death metal album again?
Full-on death metal album, like the Misery? Leon and I have started sort of a new project that we're kind of just now getting off the ground, and I think it's got some death metal influence in it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Hypothetical question. If real amps and physical gear were no longer available except for maybe studio monitors, what would your go-to amp sims, plugins, and general setup be?
So if you could only use like a PC,
I guess so.
I guess
Yeah.
I would have to go with the Tonex stuff. The IK Multimedia Tonex plugins, I think they sound pretty good.
I think I'd probably go with NAM. It's an open source software amp sim.
I'm aware of it. Pretty cool.
What do you think should be done more in metal music?
Man, this is going to be a kind of controversial take, but everything's already been done in metal.
Yeah,
You have to branch out. If you want metal to be unique these days, you have to incorporate other genres and sort of assimilate them into a metal sound. I take a lot of inspiration from weird jazz chords and trying to find as much dissonance as I can within these chords, and they're not necessarily metal chords, you know, it's not like you're bouncing around power chords all over the place.
Yeah.
You're playing actual shapes and chords, and I wish people did more of that. More chords in metal.
What have you been listening to lately?
So I really like the new Concrete Winds record.
Oh yeah, it's
That's
sick.
a really, really heavy, sick record. What about you?
Vertebra Atlantis.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
just picked that up too.
Yeah,
really
so
good
good.
record, man. That's like a prog masterpiece.
Yeah,
dude, that
it's
newest
just so
one.
good.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you guys need to go check out Vertebra Atlantis.
Do you play Magic the Gathering?
Never have.
Me neither. I don't know anything about it.
I know nothing about it. I think I'm a little too old. I think we're both a little too old, right?
we missed that boat by a couple decades,
yeah.
maybe. What was the first real amp you both had? The first one that really made the balls tingle?
PV5150.
Oh, my first 5 amps did not make the balls tingle. The one that I picked up that I liked the most was an Ampeg VL502. It's
That's
like
a weird amp.
It is a weird amp. It's like a Lee Jackson. It's an early high gain amp. What are your top 5 amps of all time?
In no particular order whatsoever. I actually probably have 3 or 4 of the amps that I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
One of them has got to be the Angle Founders Editions SE.
Yeah.
That amp is nuts. So that amp right there, chef's kiss. So that would be one of them. I'm gonna have to go with the Archon is another one.
Yeah, that's in there for me too.
The PRS Archon is a sleeper of an amp. Aside from that, I'm gonna have to go with like a Rev C rectifier. Maybe a Rev F.
I think it's the Rev F is the one that, or there's the Rev G that people like. One of the.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You know what?
One of those
Who
fucking.
cares? Just give me a good Mesa. I'm good. I don't care what letters on it. The Rev Generator 120.
Yep. There you go.
That's an absolute beast of an amp. So PV5150.
There you go.
I mean, that's my all-time fave. It's been a big part of my tone for many, many years. So
Yeah.
I just got to go with that.
Nice. For me, the Archon, I have an EL34 and a 606, both of those rip. Bogner Uberschall is a big one for me. The aforementioned Dean Costello HMW. I'm really digging on the PRS MT100 right now. And I have coming tomorrow.
Hold me down. 6 feet from the edge and I'm thinking.
I know, I should be more embarrassed about that amp. Tomorrow, I'll be getting my Michael Klein modded Marshall 900 back. Tomorrow. Yeah.
Bro, we're hanging
So,
out.
yeah.
Nice.
So I think that'll be up there.
This episode's probably going pretty long as it is right now.
Yeah.
Why don't we just go ahead and tell everybody, if you got questions, leave them in the comments below. We'll get to them next episode if we can. We'll try to answer as many of them as we can. But thanks for coming back to Down to the Merrow. And hope you guys enjoyed the episode. We'll see you on the next one, all right?
See you
Bye-bye.
guys.
Hey, you guys like this killer dragon bell thing I got when I was in Taipei? Apparently, it'll bestow upon you ancient wisdom when you like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Nothing happened. This thing sucks.